This is Spoilers. With a Z.
DUSK.
DUSK exists and is a great game. All capital letters, by the way.
Yeah. Caps Lock is cruise control for cool.
What?
You haven't heard that?
No, I haven't. I thought you made that up. I was like, damn, that was...
Ugh, I should have kept that. I should have kept that for myself right there. And
yeah. What is that from?
I don't remember. It's a fucking really old meme that's been around for like a million years. And like whatever you... It was like... Caps Lock is cruise control for cool when you're just fucking like spamming a board or something. I don't know.
Okay. I don't get it.
Fine.
Bunny, I heard a rumor that you played all of DUSK.
Yeah, I beat it.
You beat it. Beat the shit out of it.
The shit out of it. It was great.
Beat it in the dark alley.
I took it and we kind of made out a little bit, and then I got like really into it, and it was like okay, and then yeah, it was fine.
You got really into it, but it was just okay?
Yeah, I mean, he said I was into it, so I don't even know what's happening anymore.
Did you force yourself on DUSK?
I mean, I did play it on not Duskmare, but the level, the zero. Fuck, this is my Spanglish showing right.
Zero fucks given.
Zero fucks given. Zero miedo, which means no fear.
Miedo?
Miedo?
Because there's no R.
Miedo?
I don't know.
No, because E's are pronounced like A's. Hang on.
Miedo.
Cero miedo. Whatever. Spanish.
You're rolling an R that's not there. It's really confusing. What'd you think?
I thought
I kind of probably overhyped it, maybe.
No, I don't think you overhyped it at all.
Ooh,
which was
that's good because I've been saying it's like the best game ever for a while.
Yeah.
And usually when people do that and they're like, "You try it," you're like, "Okay," and it's like, "Oh, you think this is the best? Okay."
Okay, your standards must be really low or whatever.
Do you play video games ever?
Are you sure this is your favorite? Yeah, no, it was really good. I don't think you overhyped it. I think if anybody overhypes games, it's probably me. But I immensely enjoyed it. There was a couple of things where I did have complaints about, and we'll kind of get into that as we go along on our list. But I think my biggest complaint was I wish there was more music, but I kind of understood what they were going for at times, but it made me mad because I just constantly wanted music.
That's fair, especially since like the movement is so fun.
Yeah.
Like
you're like fucking
having
Sonic and everything.
As a companion the whole way through would be nice. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it would have definitely made it feel more like Doom rather than this kind of almost horror game at times that they're like doing.
Yeah, they tried to have both things, and I'm glad that they did because the horror elements that they have in there are pretty cool. Like some of the shit is really creepy. Yeah. It's just that you're pretty powerful. Like your guns do a lot of shit, and the movement is such that. I mean, obviously you'll get hit because there's lots of enemies, but I'm just saying you have the tools to deal with it.
Right.
It's not a survival horror game, obviously.
No.
So, but there is like atmosphere that could be in one of those games.
Right. And like whenever your flashlight would break and like all kinds of like the creepy noises that some of the mobs would make. There were the tall creepy fuckers that I don't have their name pulled up right now. But they were the worst, and they made like all these fucking.
Are you talking about the guys with the like crazy elongated jaws?
Yeah, the big mouth.
Yeah, what the fuck are they called?
I don't remember. There's so many weird names on here. Like Little Neck is the fucking dude with the chainsaw. Right? Yeah.
Leatherneck. Yeah.
His name is Little Neck though. And like
on the wiki it says Leatherneck.
Oh really? If you look further down towards like episode 3, they're called Little Necks. It's very weird.
Wait, is it a different enemy?
I don't know.
Oh.
I think it's the horror. Yeah, the horrors are the ones with the elongated jaws. We're on the wiki.
Right. Oh, yeah, those things are fucking kind of dope.
Yeah. So they make, like, the worst fucking sound in the world, and, like...
Oh, Little Neck is the boss version.
Oh, that's true. I forgot about that.
Okay.
But, yeah, so, like... your flashlight is broken, there's no fucking music, and the worst thing is you don't even hear your own footsteps, and I noticed that, like, by the third episode, I was like, wait, you don't make sound unless you jump. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
that's kind of off-putting, so it's, like, really quiet, it's fucking dark.
Was it that off-putting? You didn't notice until episode 3? Wait, episode or level 3?
Episode.
Damn. So, like, over a third into the, or 2/3 into the game.
2/3 of the game, yeah, exactly. And so, like, I was like, that's what I feel like they really went for the horror aspect of things. Like, the first episode definitely felt like Doom. The second one, there was some, like, minor, like, horrors. And then the third one definitely felt more like a horror game. And with some fast ass shooting.
Fast Pass.
Fast Pass.
Disneyland.
Fast pass. But yeah, so what was your favorite gun in this?
I mean, it's got to be the shotgun. And for one simple reason,
Mhm.
it's the not reload, but in between shots animation. Oh Jesus!
Oh yeah, it's really fucking
Especially
good.
akimbo, just whap, whap, just fucking flipping them around. Ugh.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any goddamn sense, but it is satisfying as F.
Right. The shotguns are really good. I like the mortar a lot because you can like throw the things out and immediately like explode them, and so it was kind of fun.
Oh.
And I had a lot of fun with that. Also, I have to ask, did you ever really use the cigar?
No, not really. No.
I would like maybe
What did you?
I would do it every once in a while, but I would get bored. Like if I was like alt tabbed or like doing something on another screen, I would pull out the cigar so I slowly recovered some health, and then do whatever because I was streaming it, and then I would go back into the game and then maybe have like 10 to like 15 more health. I'm like, okay, sure, that's like not a hit in this difficulty, but sure, thank
Right.
you.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's true. The higher difficulty you play on, the less that healing actually is giving you.
Yeah, and then it doesn't even matter.
Right. Well, that's what I mean. Like, since you take 80 damage per hit or whatever, the cigar is healing at the same rate it does on the lower difficulties, but I'm getting hit for 60, right? So the healing is like inherently worth less.
Right.
Yeah.
For sure.
There's a lot of fucking weapons. I think most of them feel pretty good. The pistols have a dope little spin around thing. I mean, spin around thing is the thing that they do, but hunting rifle is really fun. I think the crossbow, I mean, every like first person shooter needs a fucking crossbow.
Obviously.
Stick people to walls and shit.
Yeah, I at first was like, because like there were some of the guns that I was like hesitant to not even bother to use some of them, but there are times where it's like, oh, this is like fucking really good. So like that hunting rifle like saved my ass so many times. And like especially enemies that were really far or on top of like roofs and stuff like that, or the guys flying the fuck around. And it was just like, it was so satisfying to tap some like the really big guys down real quick with that, and then just kind of move on and such.
Yeah.
Did you have a favorite bad guy?
I mean, it's pretty hard to beat Cart Dog.
Fucking cart
The dog that's strung up in the fucking cart has no legs and
How
just
is
rolling
he
around.
moving?
With his mind, he's got mind powers.
Well, did you notice
I don't
that
know.
on the wheels it's his legs? Like his
Is it really?
Yeah, so the wheels have like his legs pinned into it or
Oh,
bolted
shit.
into it.
Oh, so it's like a... Oh, what the
They're
fuck?
really fucking creepy. I hated them.
That's awesome. They're so dope.
They're
Also, they're not really strapped in.
yeah.
Like, they're just laying on top of 3 ropes. Like, they could just fall out at any point.
And then he would be useless.
That's fucking funny. They could still move the cart around, assumedly, if his legs are really doing
And
that.
then he's just sitting there licking the ground as he's stuck.
Yeah, Cart Dog is fantastic.
Guard dog is great. Okay.
Probably the most unique enemy they have in the game, I think.
There's a lot of unique enemies, and I feel like in this, like,
that's true.
the bone monks are really fucking weird. The guys that fly around with, like, they're wearing a t-shirt, but they're just like from the pelvis up of bones. It's like he's really embarrassed about his rib cage.
It doesn't look like people bones, right? It's got to be something else.
I have no idea. It's definitely something weird. And then there's like the bone ball, which fucking shoots just skulls at you, which is
that enemy really makes no fucking sense.
He's like,
it is just like a meteor looking fucking spiky ball that shoots a bunch of death skulls at you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it tries to like run at you it's drawn to you. It's kind of weird.
They suck.
Yeah, that's true. Especially when there's multiple.
Oh god, it's the worst. You're just like dodging skulls and you're like, how am I alive? But yeah, I think my favorite honestly was the possessed scarecrow, cuz like I saw it the first time just sitting up there. I was like, is this fucker going to attack me? Is he going to do something? And I just sat there and I just hit it a bunch with my sickles, and then I walked off, and then like maybe I don't know 2 minutes later they all popped off of their thing and started beating the shit out of me, and I'm like, no wait, fuck, what? I felt betrayed.
It's kind of the first horror. Well, I mean the whole setting feels kind of horror-y, but that enemy is more of a horror type enemy, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
The Jabate.
Jabated. Yeah. What was your least favorite enemy to fight against?
Rats, hands down.
Fucking rats.
Fucking stupid ass rats. They're impossible to shoot, man.
They're like, so annoying.
God, their hitbox is so confusing.
Yeah, I fucking kind of agree with you there. The rats kind of. Did you play Oblivion no? You played Oblivion, but did you play Morrowind?
Not much. I got to like the starting area and I was like, eh.
Yeah, that's fair.
I played it after Oblivion, so I was like,
no,
may have missed the boat on this one.
You can't go back. That's fair.
Yeah.
So in compared to Oblivion and Morrowind, Morrowind still has chance to miss on hit because it's
like Fallout.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
So it's like the traditional like RPG style. So you have a chance to miss. So. And there's these fucking caterpillars in Morrowind, and they're the worst. So if you have like any debuffs against you that are like chance to like miss or chance to hit, and you have a debuff on you, and you get a fucking attacked by a bunch of caterpillars, they're fucking annoying to hit to begin with. And then on top of that, they have like a higher chance to be missed.
What?
And so like you could fucking die. I remember one time I was like playing and like something happened to my character and I lost like I had like a bunch of debuffs against me, and then all these caterpillars just fucking appeared and they fucking mauled me down, and I died from caterpillars in Morrowind, and I've never been so embarrassed in my entire gaming life. Like I have thousands of hours in that game, and I was so fucking embarrassed I thought about throwing the CD away. I almost did.
Oh my god.
I was so mad. I was so fucking mad.
Holy
fucking
shit.
Caterpillars. But yeah, no. Yeah. The rats, that's what as soon as I saw those rats.
And also, what's the fucking noise they're making?
I don't know.
Like a smoker that just went out of breath.
Like wheezing.
Yeah. What the fuck?
My kids just looked at me like I'm fucking
fucking pneumonia rats.
Pneumonia rats? Instead of the plague rats, it's pneumonia rats. That's fair.
Yeah. God damn.
Speaking of bad noises, I think my least favorite bad guy was the cowgirl. She was the one with all the moany sounds.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a little over the top.
I was just like, ma'am, are you okay in there? Like when you're first introduced that boss, that's the cowgirl, and like she's just in that room and you have to like get her out, and she's just moaning and crying. It's like, am I interrupting? Should I come back later? Like, ma'am, are you pooping or doing something else? Should I be concerned? And yeah, it was very awkward for me, and they're like, are they, and like my chat's like, is she moaning? And I'm like, I don't know, we're just gonna kill her, don't think about it. Okay.
Oh, going back to weapons real
Yeah,
quick. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
I always do this.
Who cares? It's our podcast.
Did you figure out the soap?
No! What does the soap do?
If you throw it at an enemy, it does 1,000,000 damage.
What the fuck? I should have carried more soap with me. I would go, every time I saw the bathroom, I would go to the bathroom and be like, oh, we gotta go pee. And then I would flush the toilet, grab the soap, and then turn on the sink and be like, we washed our hands. Wash your hands, guys. Because, like, I brought up the whole thing where, like, people not washing their hands. And somebody in chat was all like, yeah, I don't see why I have to wash my hands after I just go pee. I'm like, you do realize you touched your dick. And then you're just going about your merry way. And so you're putting your penis literally on everything else that you touch. So if anybody shakes your hand, they're essentially touching your dick. And I'm sure they don't want to.
Hell yeah.
Wash your fucking hands,
That's
people.
a selling point. No, I'm kidding. It's disgusting. You should
wash your fucking
wash
hands.
your hands. Yes, even if you don't feel like you should.
Wash your hands.
Should.
Just wash your hands. Just keep washing your hands. It's a good thing. You'll never
just
get
wash
sick.
your hands. Wash your hands anyway.
Yeah.
Just even if you didn't go to the bathroom, just wash your hands. Why not? It doesn't hurt.
That's what I learned from this game. Dusk. Wash your hands.
Yeah. And throw the soap at someone.
Yeah, throw the soap at people. What was your least favorite level?
My least favorite level was definitely the homecoming level, which is the one where the perspective shifts.
Oh,
and so it flips upside down and sideways and shit.
Ooh.
And theoretically, I love the concept, but actually playing it made me fucking sick to my stomach. I didn't think I was going to be able to beat it.
Okay.
It was awful.
I won't spoil something in another video game that possibly does that, because that's all I said the entire time when that was happening.
Is it Half-Life Alyx?
Yeah.
I was afraid of that. We'll see how it goes.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, because I was like,
I'll keep a barf bag.
Yeah, just
near
keep
me.
a barf bag, and if it starts getting bad, just take off your headset. But
Okay.
anyway, spoilers and spoilers.
With a Z. Okay.
I think my least.
What was your least favorite?
My least favorite was definitely the first level of the factories. I forgot what it was called. I guess I can look it up real quick, maybe. Sort of. The one where it's like super open.
Oh,
The granary? Or the granary?
I have this down as my favorite level.
That was my least favorite level.
I loved
It
it.
was so fucking open, and they're shooting me from afar, and like I take so much damage and shit immediately, and like
You have so much time to dodge because the projectiles are coming from a mile away.
Well, mine come faster because I was playing on the higher difficulty.
Sure.
But yeah. So I was like dodging the guys in the background. I was dodging the guys in front of me, and just like shit everywhere. I don't know. That one just rubbed me definitely the worst way, I think.
Wow.
But yeah. What was your favorite level?
That one. It was that one. It was.
What did you like about that one?
I don't know. I don't remember if this is where you get the hunting rifle, but it's a great level for having the hunting rifle, because you're in this giant open area. But when you get the hunting rifle, it's in that area, the granary, where you can get on top of the silos and shit.
Right.
I had so much fun jumping around because there's like a billion of those like jumpy things, and jumping between the silos and shit. It's like one of the few levels where there's tall places to be, but no danger if you fall. So it was like just zipping around that level felt like infinitely fun to me. And plus, that's where you find the climbing tools. How fucking fun is that shit?
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. It took me a while to figure those out. It's like walk, and I'm like, I am walking, but I didn't realize shift was walk. And you're constantly just running. Even when you're crouched, you're just constantly running. Your character,
that's true.
I just want to see how your character fucking speed runs while he's crouched.
Or what their calves look like.
Yeah, he must have like the fucking thickest calves ever. Or he's crawling on his knees the entire What if he has like little fucking skateboards on his like shins, and he just fucking goes down into skateboard mode, and he's just like,
Well, I wonder. That's a good question. I wonder what the main character is supposed to look like.
Oh, that's even. Yeah, I bet you they don't even have a model for the main character.
No, I'm sure they don't.
I mean,
it'd be interesting to see what they thought.
Yeah.
I probably just a generic dude, but.
What if it looks like you?
Oh my god! Like
you with just a mustache.
What if it's just like remember in Deadpool where he stapled Hugh Jackman's picture to his face?
Right.
What if it's just like a stapled picture of my face on a character model?
On a blank T-posing character model.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be fucking funny.
I like that. I like that idea.
What was your favorite level?
My favorite level was one of the last areas. It was called Blasphemy. You're at the cathedral, and you got to deal with the cathedral, and there's all those dudes outside.
Oh, that level's fucking great.
With a giant fucking tornado and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, there's a tornado coming. I guess I should get in the basement. And then the tornado just came and murdered us instead. I was like, I guess I shouldn't be in the church as the tornado comes tearing through to fucking destroy me. And so I waited outside
That's
the next
one
time.
with the red, right?
Yeah.
It's all fucking red.
It's all red.
Yeah. You know what? I might change my answer to that. that level is fucking rad.
It's really cool.
I forgot about it.
It's really, really cool. And yeah. What do you think about the overall music?
Nothing really stands out. Like, I mean,
not like Doom where it's like.
I listen to Doom outside of the game.
Yeah.
I listen to Ion Fury outside the game. Don't do that with this game because, well, number one, there's a lot of shit that's barely even you can consider music, because it's just ambient noise basically. And yeah, I think either they could have done better music or just like more consistent, like we were talking about.
Yeah. With I think more consistent music with this game would have made it feel as fast paced as it is. Like we already talked about the whole horror aspect that they probably were trying to go for towards the end, because it is kind of creepy. But
which I'm not against. Like I do like that, but like as far as like if you just take the slice of pie that is music. It was kind of bitter, you know?
Yeah. It's definitely no Doom level. Or, like,
right.
Even Quake. Quake had some decent music for some of their stuff.
Whoa. There's, like, trivia on the wiki about the maps.
Oh?
The Ratacombs, which is, like, the catacombs, obviously, are a port of a map from Planescape Torment.
Torment? Oh my god. Really?
That's fucking cool. Like, literally, they just ripped it. I mean, obviously, it's Planescape Torment is not a 3D game, so they couldn't have ripped it, but they just took all the details from that. That's fucking really cool, honestly.
That's kind of a nice homage, because, like, that's definitely...
And from a totally different genre. It's not a shooter at all.
Yeah, no, it's like a Diablo style, isn't it? If I'm remembering right.
It's like a CRPG.
Oh, it is.
It's like
okay.
Yeah. Well, it's also very conversation heavy. It's almost like the first time it's like what inspired Disco Elysium, I'm pretty sure.
Oh man. Fucking Disco Elysium. We got to play that this year or next year.
Yeah, in March.
Yeah, this year.
Exactly. Oh yeah, when you guys listen to no, it'll be next year.
Yeah, it'll be 2021. Hopefully the world is still here.
Yeah, it will be.
Yeah,
for sure. At least for a day or two.
What do you think of the graphics since we're kind of on that them porting stuff? There's definitely like a lot of homages to other games in this. Absolutely.
Yeah. And I am fine with all of it. I love it. I don't think I'd change a thing about the graphics.
Yeah, I love kind of how overly shitty some of them are, especially like the final boss. Like, Jacob, his face is so fucked, and it does look like Hugh Jackman, like, cut out on top of the thing. Sorry.
Yeah.
But, like...
Well, he's obviously, like, stapled together or something.
I think so. He looks kind of like a weird gingerbread. And he's like super weird and he's super creepy, but it looks like such shit. And it was just like,
his face does like stretch too far back. It's like, yeah, it's really strange.
It's very bizarre, and he's super weird, and like even the final boss looks really cool with like all his tentacles and shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
And again, like we said with the guns, the animation and the fluidity.
Yeah. The animation is. I mean, I guess on the enemies it's pretty stale, but on the guns it's amazing.
Right. Man, I'm so bummed about the soap. I wish I would have somehow saved the soap for the boss. That would have been so great to just throw it at him.
I don't think you can pull it between levels.
Oh. Maybe.
Because it's not an inventory item. You have to be carrying it.
That's fair. I'll do it. Well, I think there's one every level.
There is supposed to be one every level. Yeah, I guess maybe if there's one in the boss level.
I'm going to do it. Bareback. No, I'm kidding.
Okay, we're gonna just sit here and wait for Bunny to beat the boss again.
Now, what do you think about the game design with the enemies?
I think, like you said, there's a lot of unique ones. Yeah. There's some like tropey ones, like the Scarecrow's kind of tropey. The like KKK looking guys is it's like, okay, they're a cult.
Yeah.
Cool, got it. But all in all, I think it's pretty good. Like, they have a healthy mix of like melee ones and different projectiles. Like, there's the orb dudes, but then there's like faster, like harder to see projectiles. Like, I think it's pretty good.
Yeah. My only, I think, complaint with the enemies is the AI was a little wonky on some of them, and like there's
go ahead. I was thinking about that. I don't think it bothers me that much because if you think about super good AI and that fast speed, I don't think it would be a fun game to play.
No, I think it would be ridiculously hard. And there was times where I would go into a certain area, and if I tapped just forward just right, I could see enemies, and they weren't fully like moving yet. They weren't fully animated because they were placed there.
Yeah.
And since they are automatically spawned in as soon as the level's generated, and so they just wait to move as soon as you're there. And it was pretty ridiculous because like there'd be times to be like, I'm just gonna snipe these guys off real fast and make this like fight 20 times easier real quick, and everybody's like, you're totally exploiting it. I'm like, is it a feature or is it an exploit?
Both.
I mean,
it's a feature exploit.
I was trying to combine those words, and I just made fucking weird air.
Feature exploit.
Floyd.
Yeah, I didn't play on Sierra Mir though, but I did zoom around the levels pretty fast, so I didn't see any of that. I was just Sonic the whole time.
Yeah. That's fair. I mean, you want to go fast in a game like that.
Yeah.
How did you feel about the bosses?
I thought they were mostly trash, honestly. Pretty fucking easy.
Yeah.
Nothing too inventive, really. Like, it was kind of where their design fell apart, honestly, I thought.
Yeah, like, when I get to that first boss with the flaming pony, and then I found out that I could have gone up the stairs and he would have just ran around like an idiot downstairs and not try to come up the stairs. I was like, oh, okay. And then I just killed it and I moved on.
Yeah, I mean, that's most bosses. There's a couple that you can't cheese, but, I mean, even then, it's like you just dodge their projectiles usually.
Right.
And it's like you're used to fighting way more enemies, and they don't have as much health, but more offense on you is harder to deal with than more like health on the enemy. So pretty easy. Yeah,
that was my biggest complaint, I think, overall with the AI is just how either overly predictable it was or how janky it was at times, I guess.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the level design?
I thought it was perfect.
Really?
Fucking 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10?
Yep.
You never got lost?
All of them are goddamn great. Well, I mean, you get lost a little bit, but why is that a big deal? That's fine. But you're looking around for secrets anyway.
I guess that's true.
Yeah. I think for a game like this, getting lost is not a bad thing.
Yeah, I mean, there was times where I was just like completely lost. I think it was like one of the first areas where I was just utterly lost, and I just kept fucking running around in circles. I'm like, where the fuck am I supposed
I think
to
part
go?
of that gets exacerbated by streaming it, though.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
Because you're trying to, like, read chat, and then you forget where you've been and shit, you know? Like,
super streamer brain?
Yeah, streamer brain to the max.
Fucking streamer brain. It's the worst.
Which I already sort of am a little streamer brained.
Yeah. Like, what did I say 5 seconds ago? What's happening?
Yeah, what was that?
What are you talking about?
What, did I say something good?
Oh,
okay. Good. Clip it so I know for sure.
Exactly. Okay, so I want to talk about the last 3 encounters of the game. This is like super major spoilers at this point.
Super major.
Because we haven't really talked about the story at all.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
because like there's this whole like cult thing.
If you could fill me in on what the story is, I'd be
You're like there's like this underground cult, and basically once you kill Jacob and the final boss, you replace him and you become assimilated a part of the cult. And it was like you.
Oh fuck! That's right. I forgot about that. Damn, I should have just played this whole game again.
Played this whole game again, 9 hours. But yeah, so the final 3 encounters. So there's that level that's like blue, and if you fall off the edge, you just
that's the one that
reappear.
looks kind of framey, right? Like they took all the textures away.
Yeah, they took away all the textures. You could walk through the framed trees and stuff like that.
So weird, yeah.
And they just kept spawning waves of mobs, and it was just like this gauntlet style. I fucking cheesed it towards the end. Once I started like figuring out ways to like deal with it, I was like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna jump off the edge every time they start shooting me. By the time they're done, I'll reappear at the top. And so that's what I did for a lot of it, was jump off. And then also the enemies, this is one of the things that I do love about the AI, even though it's kind of janky, is if they get hit by another mob, they go attack that mob. And they'll beat the shit out of each other.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
So there was a point where I had 40 HP. I had barely any ammo. And I was just like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to run in a circle. And I literally ran in a circle. And I just kept running. And I kept using the air things to like throw me up in the air. And I just kept running. And eventually a lot of the enemies killed themselves. And it was great. It was so stupid, though.
That's awesome.
It was so stupid. Like, that whole fucking thing, that was, like, the most intense fight, I think, was dealing with that gauntlet compared to, like, the last 2 bosses. Now, we kind of talked about Jacob. Jacob? J-A-K-O-P? Never seen it spelt this way. Jacob?
It says P?
Yeah.
No, it's a B.
Is it a B?
Jakob. On the wiki, it says that.
Oh, maybe I fucking dyslexia brained it. But yeah, Jacob, his boss was, I didn't feel like he was that hard of a fight.
No, not that hard.
I mean, like, I died way more to the gauntlet than I did him.
Almost every boss strafe around it.
Yeah. Yeah, once I started, like, strafing a little bit more and, like, dodging, like, I started doing a zigzag pattern with him because, like, he moved faster than me.
Right.
And
that's true. He sort of is a player character almost. Like, his movement is like, really, really, really weird.
yeah, it's fucking insane, and it was kind of bizarre, and I was just like, Jesus fucking Christ, what?
And he's got, like, 4 weapons.
Yeah, and I was like, what am I playing against, a professional fucking Quake player? What's happening?
Yeah, dude, you're playing against Ninja, dude.
Could you imagine Ninja playing fucking Quake?
I can't really imagine that. I bet he'd be good at it, though.
Probably.
I bet the skills transfer.
Possibly. But anyway. And then the actual final boss, what did you think about that?
I thought that the fight was very easy.
Yeah.
But I like the concept of, like, oh man, it's been a while. Having to jump back and forth between those 2 platforms was kind of cool. Yeah, I don't know. It was decent.
Yeah.
It was too easy, like all of them, but, you know.
Yeah, I think that was the hardest thing, was having to jump back and forth. Like, shooting the ceiling, fine. And then shooting him, which was, like, kind of a cool mechanic because he was immune until he
at least it was something different.
Yeah, it was different than any of the other fights that we did, because there was this, like, actual mechanic where everything else was just, like, dodge,
Imagine
kill.
actually making a mechanic unique to the boss.
Yeah, it's, like, literally the first mechanic you run into the entire fucking game, and you're like, oh, I don't just smash my face against this? Okay. But yeah, I rather enjoyed it. Oh, I did want to ask you this, since you want to do voice acting and stuff like that. What did you think of the voice actor?
It was fucking terrible. It was fucking terrible. You know what? I guess the narrator or whatever is it the demon presence or something that's like talking to you the whole game?
Yeah.
It sounded like, oh shit, I had this reference earlier and I forgot what the fuck it was. Damn it. It's lost. I don't remember.
Oh, no.
But it was some amateur YouTube project that, it just sounded like, they just added some shit on, like, a regular person's voice. There was like basically no attempt at acting almost.
Yeah, it felt like some kid got a
it was
voice
probably
emulator?
just one of the guys who made the game.
Yeah,
it was definitely a voice modulator.
Yeah, well, definitely a voice modulator. It was the guy who ended up doing all the music, but it sounded like he was a gothy, like, tween who was trying to sound edgy as fuck.
Yeah.
And he's like, I know what to do. I'm just gonna have this voice modulator over my voice, and it'll be cool.
Okay, it wasn't a shitty YouTube project. It was the episode of Key and Peele where they're in the funhouse mirror thing. Remember that?
Yeah.
And the clown guy, or the bad guy who's like murdering people and kidnapping people or whatever, he's like, I'm over here, detective. Like, that's what it sounded like. It sounded like they were doing a bit in fucking Key and Peele.
Right.
But it was supposed to be a scary person.
Yeah, exactly. And it was really cringe. And I was like trying to like mock his voice the entire time. But it was like, oh, you killed my pet. And like all this other things. You killed my pet. And I was like, I feel like he's either a dirty old man or a fucking teenager trying to be edgy.
Yeah, I thought it was could have been better.
Could have been better. But I know this was one of your favorite games this year. Do you have any other interjects or random things that you want to say about how much you love it, marry it?
Trying to think of anything I didn't get out before. I don't know. I mean, it's just fucking thrilling to play, I think.
It really is. I think it's because of the speed, and you do feel like a fucking god at times because you do have all these weapons.
Yeah.
And you just gotta go fast like fucking Sonic, and you just can't stop.
Yeah, there's very few games now that are like, because there's a lot of retro, like 90s FPS games, but most of them do not run this fast. Like none of the ones I've played control this fast and tight.
No, I agree with you entirely. Like,
Ion Fury is like the other game that I played around the same time.
Yeah.
And they're super different games.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know which one I like more.
Ooh.
The music in Ion Fury is definitely better. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I like that there's more game styles kind of going back to this like retro wave and like trying to capture this, but not a lot of people could do it right. Like, I played that Monument game and I kind of felt okay, but like comparing that and comparing this, like this is like 100 times better. Like 100 times better.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious. It's like, it's one of the best shooters, I think.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm thinking about playing a retro shooter, even if it's like an actual retro or like a modern retro throwback, this is at the top of the list.
For sure. For fucking Jersey. And now you got me addicted to it, so fucking thanks.
Hey.
Thanks.
Have you done the endless mode at all?
No.
I haven't done that. But I was thinking about doing it. Even though that level where it's endless or not endless, but wave-based wasn't the greatest, I still kind of want to check it out just to see what it's like.
You should try it. See what it's like. Let me know. Let me know if it's worth it.
Okay.
Well,
I will do so.
Well, I don't think I have anything else to say. You said a lot. I said a lot. So
we all said some things.
We said some things.
We mean all of it,
yeah,
actually.
Obviously. So, if you guys are listening to this, it means I'm not in town. So, we love you. And thanks for listening.
Yeah. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for letting us do a little one-off.
Yeah.
This shit instead of the regular episode.
Yeah.
Pretty rare that we do it, but it's nice to have a break from the regular thing.
Yeah. Because, news sometimes is really fucking depressing as the world collapses around you. And
I know. Do you need more cyberpunk news? Do you really need it?
Yeah, pretty much. That's all this podcast is going to be for the next probably month and a half is cyberpunk
also,
news.
Just try to escape it. It's not like you're not getting it from Twitter or something.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Well, Bunny, thanks for agreeing to do this. One of my favorite games ever.
Yep.
It was fun. Thanks, everybody, for listening. Follow us on Twitter. Ignore Backlog. Tell us maybe a game you want to see next.
Ooh, yeah. Give us some suggestions, and maybe me and Portz will...
Suggest it up. We're not going to take every suggestion, because somebody could say something like Morrowind, and I'd be like, go away.
I don't want to play that game ever again.
Thanks, Bunny. Thanks, listeners.
All right.
We'll see you next week.
All right. Well, bye.
Bye.